Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Paul Lehrer, President and CEO of the National Young Arts Foundation.
Thank you, everybody. Welcome to the backyard ball here at Young Arts on our campus. I'm Paul Lehrer, the President and CEO of Young Arts, and I can't tell you how much we appreciate you all coming here, because you really are the reason that we are able to continue doing these programs. So first I want to start by a round of applause for thanking all of you for coming. So thank you very much. I promise to be brief tonight, but there are a few thank yous I have to make. I have to start with our incredible gala chairs, Bruce and Tracy Berkowitz, and Facundo and Elizabeth Bacardi. Our presenting sponsor tonight is Max Mara, and we are honored to have Max Mara's chairman here, Dr. Luigi Maramotti, here, so thank you. Our VIP host sponsor is UBS. They've been supporting us for a long time. And we have the Blues Brothers, Marty Halpfinger and Charlie Temmel. And then we also have Cliff Stober here. So thank you, UBS, as well. And then a sponsor forever is George Perez and the Related Group. We've got a artist in residence program that they are supporting. So we want to thank George Perez and Related Group. And finally, I want to tell you about, because we're here supporting these young artists, and this is obviously our largest fundraiser, so we have a couple of raffle items that you've seen with people walking around. We have a Mini Cooper designed by the incredible artist and my long-standing friend, Bruce Weber, who's sitting right over there. So thank you, Bruce. And that was generously donated by another major supporter of ours, Norman Brayman and Brayman Motors. And then our national premier sponsor, Carnival Foundation, has donated a Seabourn cruise, and so I want to thank Carnival Foundation. So now the reason why we're here is to support the young artists. So what Young Arts does is identify and support the next generation of artists in the visual, literary, and performing arts. We've been doing this for 34 years. It was founded by Ted and Lynn Arison, and what we've been able to do is identify 20,000 young artists from all around the country who have gone on to become two of tonight's honorees, Josh Groban and Chris Young. So we're thrilled to be honoring them tonight. And of course, honoring the incredible Jeff Koons. So thank you, Jeff, for joining us as well. And so, to introduce all the young artists and to take it from here, I'd like to introduce a Young Arts alum herself. So you've seen her on Gossip Girl. You will be seeing her this season on Girls. Her name is Zuzanna Szadkowski, and she's our Mistress of Ceremonies, and I'm happy to welcome Zuzanna.
Good evening. Thank you, Paul. Seeing as the Golden Globes are this weekend, I actually like to think of Paul as sort of the Amy Poehler to my Tina Fey. Yeah, you get that? Now, I have prepared for you this evening a really funny monologue, but I'm going to go ahead and skip that in the interest of brevity. And I'm going to say that I'm just really thrilled to be here tonight. You know what, this event is really bringing me back in time. I actually feel kind of like I'm 18 years old again. In 1997, I walked into this very gala as a young artist whose life had been changed basically in the course of 1 week. My very first evening here at National Young Arts Week, I basically learned that everything was going to be okay. I learned that I am an artist, and that's great. And I learned that it's an extraordinary gift. Sometimes it's a dream, sometimes it's a real nightmare. but most often, it's the most exhilarating thing on earth. Most importantly, I learned that there are some very, very prestigious people who want to hold me up and support me and lift me and expect me to make really good work and to move people and to spend my soul in the service of telling stories. Additionally, I actually created my most lasting friendship, and that friendship is with last year's Young Arts Arison Alumni Award winner, Andrew Rannells. Now, I bring this up not, solely to name drop, although there is that, but because that's what Young Arts really means to me. Young Arts builds a community of artists who help each other and support each other, and I can tell you that artists really, really need that. Now, this last year, I had the pleasure of playing a role on season 4 of the show Girls, and while I was on set shooting, I looked across the room at my best friend, Andrew, and I thought, wow, I am working with him, we're working together on the set of a really, really hot HBO show, and that's pretty cool. And it's in fact perfect, because we have actually made our lives and our careers together. All of us together. All of you, Young Arts, Andrew, me. It took all of us together to make that one little shot, that one little moment of TV, that one moment in a billion moments that make up our shared cultural experience. I don't feel like I'm 18 anymore, which kind of sucks, but Young Arts does continue to work through me and through tens of thousands of artists every day, and all of that is thanks to you. Sticking around this program, yes, and working with this program, it's of paramount importance to me, as obviously it is to you, and it's my great honor to be here in your company tonight. Now, there is no telling what the future holds for the 786 wonderful young people who are this year's winners, or for the 150 extraordinary finalists who participated in this year's National Young Arts Week. Yesterday, I had the pleasure of working with some of this year's finalists, and I know what this week already means to them, for their dreams, their passions, their dedication, and their incredible futures. They participated in an inspiring visual arts exhibition here on campus and 6 remarkable performances on campus and at New World Center. Now, almost all of these performances were live streamed on the Young Arts website, so people all over the world could join in the excitement. Now, as it culminates here tonight, we are all in for a very, very special treat. To finish out this week, 18 Young Arts alumni have returned to perform an original production created over the past 8 days. It's entitled, Is the Sky Falling?, directed and choreographed by Young Arts artistic advisor Bill T. Jones, assistant directed by 2011 Young Arts winner in tap, Caleb Teicher, and written by 2012 Young Arts winner in writing, Danny Rothschild. And it's really good. I saw a little bit of it earlier. Now, obviously, none of this could happen without the generosity of many, many supporters. Now, on behalf of all of the emerging artists who have benefited in the past from this wonderful program, and all of the emerging artists who will benefit in the future, I want to thank the Board of Trustees of Young Arts, chaired by Mark Sheridan, as well as Max Mara, UBS, Rolls-Royce, Bacardi, Brahmin Motors, Event Star, James Royal Palm Hotel, the Miami Herald, the Miami Magazine, and Seabourn. We are deeply, deeply grateful to them and to all of you for being here. Okay, now it is time to begin our awards ceremony. This year, we honor 3 artists for their contributions to the cultural fabric of our country. 2 of them will receive the Young Arts Arison Alumni Award. Now, it's a symbol of the continuing commitment of Young Arts to talented artists as they achieve success in their careers. The 3rd will receive the Arison Award, given annually to an individual who has significantly influenced the development of American artists. All three will receive an award specifically designed by installation artist and sculptor Jean Shin, a 1990 Young Arts winner and U.S. Presidential Scholar in the Arts. Now, we begin the presentation of our first 2015 Young Arts Arison Alumni Award. It goes to a 2003 Young Arts winner and U.S. Presidential Scholar in the Arts, who has gone on to a flourishing career as a singer-songwriter, nominated for Grammy and Country Music Association Awards, Chris Young. Now, 2 years after becoming a Young Arts alumnus, after playing hundreds of dates on the Texas honky-tonk circuit, Chris was signed by RCA Records. Since then, this dynamic performer has performed an international ambassador for country music with 4 albums and 6 #1 singles to his credit. His 6th gold-certified chart topper, Who I Am With You, comes from his latest album, AM, and that's only the latest achievement for Chris, who has headlined 21 sold-out shows in the US since last summer. That's a lot. And recently announced his 2015 world tour. Now, Chris has also done charitable work with the Nashville School of the Arts, and this year alone donated $30,000 to the school to help update and upgrade their school auditorium, while also sharing his Young Arts experience with the students and encouraging them to apply, which is a really great thing. His dedication to the next generation of artists has been truly outstanding. Please join me in congratulating our 2015 Young Arts Arison Alumni Award winner, Chris Young.
Thank you guys so very much. The kids that are here, that come through Young Arts, this is such a special, special thing. If you guys have ever just donated your time, much less any sort of monetary donation, anything whatsoever, thank you guys so very much for making something like this possible. I don't think everybody truly realizes the impact it has on young artists in any form, like anything that they do. You guys are making it possible for them to go, I'm living my dream, and this is something that could be important, not only now, but for the rest of my life. It's definitely been important so far for the rest of mine, and hopefully for a long time in the future. So thank you guys so very much. Thanks for letting me be a part of this. Thank you for this award.
Get to take that home. Okay. Now, our second Young Arts Arison Alumni honoree was a 1999 Young Arts winner in theater. But you know him as a Grammy-nominated recording artist, singer, songwriter, and actor, Josh Groban. Now, Josh is the only artist in the past decade to have recorded 2 top 20 best-selling albums. His world tour in 2011 was sold out everywhere, and just last year, his 6th studio album, All That Echoes, debuted at #1 on the Billboard chart. But that's only a part of what Josh does. As a leading advocate for arts education, Josh is a member of the Artists Committee of Americans for the Arts. His own Find Your Light Foundation helps enrich the lives of young people through arts education. And a year ago, he threw himself into a Young Arts membership that culminated at his concert at Boston Garden, where he brought 3 Young Arts alumni onto the stage to debut a song that they had prepared together. It was incredible. The mentorship was captured for the 3-time Emmy-nominated HBO series Young Arts Masterclass. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating our 2015 Young Arts Arison Alumni Award winner, Josh Groban.
Thank you very much for that. That is, No baby pictures, thank goodness. Today has been such an inspiring day for me. To be able to sit with so many of the Young Arts students today, to be able to work with them in a master class this morning, to be able to sit and look at their faces after so many years now have passed since my experience with Young Arts, and having been able to live it firsthand and understand how beneficial that has been for so many young artists. Chris and I both have gone through the same thing there, and we know how lucky we are to have had that foundation. And it is extraordinary. You don't realize that you actually have things to say to them until you're there, and you say, okay, well, I've been through this, and you can kind of be there to share some of that wisdom. But I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for a support system around me. People like groups like Young Arts, my parents, every teacher that I ever had. It's what inspires me every day. It's what has inspired me to start my own Find Your Light Foundation. And I'm so honored to be here with such extraordinary awardees here tonight. So thank you guys so much for allowing me this opportunity to teach. Thank you, Young Arts, truly for letting me work with young people, because it has taught me so much and has made me, allowed me to grow so much as an artist, to be able to work with your students. And so I want to thank Sarah Arison, the entire Arison family, Paul Lair for the great work they're doing. Thank you guys for making tonight a smashing success. And I'm going to fill this with Bacardi now. Thank you guys very much.
Now, our final award presentation this evening is the 2015 Arison Award. Our honoree is without question one of the world's most influential visual artists, Jeff Koons. Last year, Jeff's mid-career retrospective at the Whitney Museum of American Art was one of the landmark art world events of 2014. The show has now moved on to the Pompidou Center in Paris. Meanwhile, his amazing public sculptures continue to blossom everywhere. The monumental floral sculpture Split Rocker was on view in New York at Rockefeller Center at the same time as the retrospective at the Whitney, continuing the series of installations that Jeff has masterminded at sites that include Chateau Versailles, the Papal Palace in Avignon, and the Guggenheim Museum Bilbao. Among his philanthropic activities, Jeff serves on the board of directors of the International Center for Missing and Exploited Children, an organization that now houses the Koons Family Institute on International Law and Policy, thanks to Jeff and his wife, Justine. Now, the Arison Award is far from the only honor that Jeff Koons has won. I'll mention just one other one, the State Department's Medal of the Arts presented to him by former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. Yay. And that was in recognition of his outstanding commitment to the Art in Embassies program and international cultural exchange. But we hope that this Arison Award will have a special meaning to Jeff because of what it signifies for the next generation of American artists in every discipline. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the winner of the 2015 Arison Award, Jeff Koons.
Thank you very much. This is really a very beautiful award, and I'm really honored to have the Arison Award. And to be invited here to Miami to participate in the Young Arts, to interact, to participate in a master class today, and to interact with all of the, the young artists, and to be able to just you can sense their opportunity that's created here, that they can belong to something. They can belong to a group that cares about the possibilities of the humanities and the importance of the humanities in our lives, and how the education through the arts, how absolute blossoms. When you're letting a child be involved in the arts, all of a sudden they're involved on this side also in physics and sociology, and over here in psychology. The arts leads you in a complete full circle of really how important and what the foundations are for us as just human beings, all the human disciplines. And so this really is, for me, kind of a symbol of my desire of always wanting to participate and to just share that at the core with all these young people. It's the same desire looking right back at you. So thank you very, very much. I'm very honored.